All right, well, here we go. This is diatonic harmony. Specifically, triads. Okay, diatonic harmony. Okay, harmony is chords. Diatonic means within a key. Triads, of course, three-note chord with a root third and fifth. Okay, so to make a chord diatonic, we need to establish a key. I want to have a key signature here because if I do the key of C, you won't get the idea there's a key signature in place. So I'm going to do E flat major. Now we know that with the key signature, we can write E flat, scale. We can write the notes E flat, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and the key signature automatically gives us the proper notes for the E flat scale with whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. This takes care of it. So now diatonic harmony is just on each note of the scale, we make a triad. Since there are 7 notes, 7 unique notes in the scale, and that one's a repetition of the first, then we have 7 diatonic triads in a major key. We're going to use Roman numerals for these. If you don't know, in Roman numeral you use I for 1 and V for 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1 before 5, V is 5, 6 is 1 after 5, and 7 is 5 plus 2. I've done all of these in uppercase, but we're going to use uppercase, meaning capital, for major, lowercase for minor, and lowercase with a degree symbol for diminished. So here's what we do. Let's look at this chord. We know this is an E flat chord. And if we think of this in the key signature, E flat, G, B flat, this is an E flat major chord. This is built on the first note of the scale. When I write this little, it's called a caret, on top of the number, that means scale degree. And this is the 1 chord. Since it's major, I do Roman numeral 1 as a capital letter, as an uppercase letter. Okay. I'm just going to skip around in the scale. I'm going to go to this chord right here. Okay, we have to think of the key signature. We have A flat, C, E flat. That is an A flat major triad. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 4th note of the scale. So this is the 4 chord. Since it's major, uppercase IV means 4. Here we have with the key signature B flat D F, B flat major triad. This is the 5th note of the scale, so this is the 5 chord. And since it's major, it's an uppercase chord. Okay, over here, we've got F, A flat, C. That's an F minor chord. So that's the 2nd note of the scale. That's a 2 chord. And we're going to do lowercase, 2 I's for 2, since it's a minor chord. Here we have G, B flat, D. That's G minor. That's the 3 chord. Here we have C, E flat, G. That's C minor. That's the 6 chord. It's very common to mix up 4 and 6. Just be aware of that. And then finally here, this chord is a D diminished triad. And that's the 7th note of the scale. So that is 7 diminished. So now, what's great about this is since every major scale has the same pattern of half steps and whole steps, every major key will have the same group of chords. Okay, so if we want the 4 chord in the key of G, we know the 4 chord in a major key is major, and we can go to the 4th note of the G scale, G, A, B, C, and we know this 4 chord is a C major chord with the key signature of G. If I want the 4 chord, if I want the 2 chord in the key of G, okay, I know that the 2 chord diatonically will be minor. 2nd note of G is A, so automatically we know this is an A minor chord. It's very powerful. We don't have to figure out what this triad is. It's great. All right, I want to talk about minor. I'm going to keep this same key signature, but this is for a minor key. This is C minor. And I'm going to put in a C minor scale. Okay, that's natural minor. So if I go through, stack up notes in thirds on each chord, we can do the same thing we just did with the major key. We can figure out each chord. This is C minor, this is D diminished, E flat major, F minor, G minor, A flat major, this is B flat major, and those are the 7 notes from the key signature. So if we write this out, we get minor 1, diminished 2, major 3, minor 4, minor 5, major 6, major 7, and those are the diatonic chords. Okay. Pieces in minor, however, often use harmonic minor. Remember harmonic minor? You take the minor scale, you go to the 7th note of the scale, and you raise it a half step. Okay? So you do this for harmonies, but not for every chord. So if we think of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's the 7th note of the scale. If we redo the 7 chord, so it's harmonic minor, meaning it's that note, then that is a 7 diminished triad, and that's B diminished. Okay? This one is actually more common than this one. Okay? And this is the same as the one here in major. Okay. It's the same as the one in C major, I guess I should say. The other chord where we do this on 7. We also do it on 5. Okay, so if we take the 5 chord and we insert the raised 7th scale degree, that becomes G major, and it's a major 5 chord. Okay, so if we're in a minor key, C minor, and we want to go 5-1, diatonically, okay, it doesn't quite have the drive as it does if you do that. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to switch to a different instrument that is not sounding that great. What do I want? left here? I should do like an organ, something sustained. Give me, why can I not find it? Oh, here we go. How's this one sound? Okay, that's better. Hope that doesn't sound too loud in your headphones. So if we have C minor and I do a simple progression, say 1, 4, 5, 1, okay? Here, I'm using the 5 chord from harmonic minor. You've heard this before. It sounds like this. Or that's a basic harmonic cycle in C minor. Now, this chord is from harmonic minor. If I had instead used the chord from natural minor, it'd be a minor 5 chord. It'd sound like this. So the 5 chord would be, instead of okay. So here's another thing you need to memorize. This, in a major key, you have major 1, minor 2, minor 3, major 4, major 5, minor 6, and diminished 7. You also need to know in a minor key, minor 1, 2 diminished, 3 major, 4 minor, 5 major. That's a special one though because it comes from harmonic minor. And we have 6 major and 7 diminished. Again, this one is special because it comes from harmonic minor. See, these are glowing. Okay, so you need to memorize these. And the nice thing about this is that for every major key, these are the chords in that key. For every minor key, these are the chords in that key. So we no longer have to calculate what chords are. All right. I'm going to stop the video here. This is introducing the material, but I'm going to walk through some examples from the homework in a separate video.